Hi everyone, Chris J. from Blue Coat Foundation. On this podcast, we speak with Officer Angel Colon-Guevara from the Puerto Rico State Police. We just finished doing an honor run in Puerto Rico for 3 officers who were killed during the same incident. During that incident, Officer Colon-Guevara was also a victim. He was shot and he went through that ordeal, knowing that his friends had been killed. We talk about his ordeal, what he went through, and how he healed. Thank you for listening.
Hello. we've been dealing with technical difficulties here for about 24 minutes, but that's all right. That's all right. I actually got to chat a little bit with I say Angel. Is Angel okay, or do I have to say Angel? Angel, right? We'll speak Spanglish here. I got to chat a little bit with Angel before Claudia got on, and we're just kind of giggling a little bit about how I got in a couple of foot pursuits these last few days at work, and I'm getting a little too old for that. And he was kind of feeling me. He was cracking up. Yeah.
¿Cuántos años tienes tú? Usted.
Who are you talking to?
41. 41.
Entonces, somos casi todos de la misma. ¿Tú te sientes que estás viejo?
No.
Yo tampoco. No sé por qué. Y yo tengo más años que él. Yo voy a cumplir 46. No sé por qué él se siente tan viejo. Pero bueno.
I have a bad back, bad knees. I'm old. I'm broken.
Excusas.
Angel, tell me about your journey in policing. How did you want to be a police officer as a kid growing up, or did you come across it by accident? And yeah, tell me how you your story.
Well, first I was going to get to the police by being undercover.
Okay.
But my first daughter was to born, so I dropped out that.
¿Y era undercover de que narcóticos o de hacer qué?
General, narcóticos, alma.
Okay. ¿Y cuántos años tiene usted de ser policía?
13.
Oh, okay. And in those 13 years, where have you worked? What police department do you work for, first of all? What tours have you done within that police department?
Okay. I work with the state police in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
I start in Bayamón first. Then I get transferred to the tourist zone in Isla Verde, Carolina.
Okay.
I worked there for like 6 years. And then I went transferred to the Criminal Intelligence Division in Carolina.
Oh, wow.
Then I got back to the tourist zone. I was there like 2 months when I got shot in the leg.
Oh, when that incident happened.
Yeah.
Okay. And since then, what year was that?
Sorry?
¿Qué año? What year was that when you got shot?
That was 2021.
2021. So since then, have you been back out on the streets?
No, I was a year out recovering.
Okay.
And then I got back to the central offices of the Carolina area, and I've been there since.
Okay, so you've been.
Now I'm waiting for the transfer to get back to the intelligence division.
Okay, so you wanna go back. Are you fully healed?
Well, I got nerve damage
Okay.
on one of my in the right leg,
Mhm.
and my ankle doesn't work 100%.
Got it.
I
But-
have what is called a drop foot.
Okay. But you're full duty. You could go back to full duty.
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad you recovered. Glad you recovered and you're back.
¿Cuáles son los límites? I'm sorry, Chris.
It's okay.
Only because I noticed that it seems like their threshold is a little bit different than ours here on the mainland. ¿Cuáles son los límites que dicen, okay, uno tiene que estar a este punto para decirles que no, usted no puede salir en la patrulla ya? Porque yo he visto también que he visto policías en uniforme en Puerto Rico, he visto fotografías que tienen, no sé, no me acuerdo cómo se dice en español, like the crutches, y están trabajando en patrulla.
Sí. Yo conozco a ese compañero. Él como tal trabaja en el cuartel general como administrativo. Esas fotos fue para el huracán María. Pues todos salimos a la calle a dar tránsito en las luces y eso, y él, pero él trabaja como tal en administrativo, en cuartel general.
Okay. Pero los límites, ¿quién les dice, el doctor, o tienen ciertos límites escritos en las reglas del departamento?
Pues eso va a depender de por ciento de incapacidad que dé el fondo del seguro del estado aquí. Entonces ese por ciento es evaluado por el médico de la policía, y él es el que decide si puede regresar a la calle o no.
Can I ask something about so every police officer, we know there's a possibility that we could be shot, but we don't go to radio calls scared of being shot, right? We just know it could happen, but we're not like scared. We don't walk slowly. Oh my God, I'm gonna get shot. I'm gonna get shot. That we just don't work like that. But we know it could happen. So just the actual act of being shot, like when you were hit, how did you react to that pain or the shock of it? And did any of your preparation 10, 13 years help you prepare for that moment?
Well, me personally, I wasn't even completely healed when I got a partner in the Criminal Intelligence Division who got un adiestramiento de...
También puede ser en español si quiere.
Sí, un adiestramiento de defensa con rifle, y yo decidí irme con él.
Okay.
Para ver cuál era mi reacción al volver a escuchar detonaciones cerca.
Uh-huh.
Y como siempre, hice el adiestramiento completo. Ya he ido a varios adiestramientos de tiro de la policía. No he estado en una situación parecida en estos momentos, pero cabe señalar que el momento en el que yo recibo el disparo no fue mi primer shootout, tiroteo. Estando en la división de inteligencia criminal, había pasado ya por 4 o 5 anteriormente.
Wow, okay. Pero ¿es la primera vez que lo disparan a usted? ¿Que lo pegan?
Sí,
okay.
Exacto. Eso sí, la primera vez que salgo herido, sí, fue esa.
Sí. Y cuando eso ocurrió, yo estoy preguntando esto porque, todos mis compañeros de trabajo estamos on the streets, ¿verdad? Y estamos en el máximo área de un threat que les puede pasar algo.
Uh-huh.
So, ya cuando estaba herido, ¿cómo se sintió? ¿Se sintió enojado o se sintió con miedo o los dos? ¿O qué pensaba?
Pues yo te puedo decir que enojado. Enojado por por la razón de que yo soy el último que recibe impacto de baja. O sea, yo sabía que había un compañero dado de baja anteriormente.
Okay.
Ya había otro compañero que yo vi cuando lo atropellan. Y tengo otro compañero detrás mío en el suelo. O sea que todos caen antes que yo.
Entonces usted ya supo que los otros 3 compañeros estaban heridos.
Sí.
Okay.
Cuando yo caigo herido en el suelo, es que veo el vehículo en el que va el individuo. Y del mismo suelo, sentado en el suelo, es que le respondo para repeler la agresión. Y mi enojo fue que se pudo ir del lugar en ese momento. Apareció el día después, pero mi enojo fue que pudiera salir del lugar en ese momento.
Sí, sí. Yo cuando trabajo y ocurren las cosas y no son perfectos, speaking tactically, when something is not perfect, yo siempre, I get mad at myself, right? I had unos recent situations at work. Yeah, they're pretty serious. Yeah, I keep going back in my head or like, I should have done this better. I should have done that better. So I don't really want to ask you, what could you have done better? I don't think that's important here. I mean, maybe it is to you, but that's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is if there was a lot of time of you doubting your actions, that because I doubted myself too on many things. So from day one that this happened, was there any doubt in the actions you took? And if there was, what work have you done to really elevate yourself to a better place mentally? ¿Sí entiende?
Sí, sí.
Sí, sí.
Bueno, en un principio,
Español está bueno. Go ahead.
En un principio pensaba en eso, que pude haber hecho mejor, pero al ver la situación en la que nos encontrábamos, estábamos en básicamente una autopista de 3 carriles, donde pasa la situación, y tenemos frente a nosotros, en ese encuentro hay básicamente sobre 50 vehículos con civiles. Que hay que buscar una forma de repeler la agresión, pero que no salga ningún civil herido tampoco. Que de hecho es una de las situaciones que pasa en el momento, que el compañero que atropella un vehículo es un civil que va buscando para atrás de dónde vienen las detonaciones, porque no se veía.
Sí.
Y uno sí entra en duda que pude haber hecho mejor, dónde me pude haber posicionado mejor. Pero al ver lo abierto de la situación, una carretera, a la hora que era, a las 4 de la tarde, un lunes, que está todo el mundo saliendo de los trabajos, de las escuelas.
Wow.
O sea, básicamente es un tapón en una autopista.
Sí.
Y yo cuando ya veo de dónde viene el vehículo y el individuo, pues ya estoy básicamente inmóvil, ya estoy en el suelo ya con la herida en la pierna, que al momento no sabía por qué estaba en el suelo. Yo caía arrodillado en el suelo y no sabía por qué al momento, porque no sentí rápido el impacto, solamente caí en el suelo arrodillado y reparo la agresión y es cuando me doy cuenta que estoy herido.
Wow. Era el adrenaline taking over. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So entonces, you were able to kind of, if you were doubting your actions before, you're not in that place anymore, right? You don't think about it in a bad. Okay. So was there any period of time for you that you were kind of almost blaming, like self-blame or something like that, in any piece of it?
En un principio sí.
Sí. ¿Y cómo salió de eso? Like, con ayuda de familia, de church, con tus compañeros at work, you know what I mean? Or therapy, no sé.
Un poco de todo. Cuando hablo con los psicólogos como tal,
Sí.
Son los que me aconsejan que para que se me hiciera más fácil hablar sobre la situación,
Sí.
que fuera hablándola tanto con los compañeros y con la familia. Y yo creo que el hablar muchas veces sobre el mismo tema
Sí.
me fue ayudando poco a poco ¿verdad? A botar el golpe, como decimos acá. Y siempre que uno habla sobre la situación, pues duele y uno ver a sus compañeros de trabajo, pero no puede hablar con más facilidad.
Yeah.
Pero todo influenció, familia, iglesia, compañeros de trabajo, amigos, todo influyó un poco.
Y su police department, ellos apoyaron mucho también.
Sí, lo que fue mis compañeros de la unidad de inteligencia, eso no me soltaron en ningún momento.
Yeah.
Y en algún momento preguntando y si necesitaba algo. Básicamente una segunda familia.
Uh-huh.
Que mi familia no salía de mi casa.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I ask these questions because, you know, there's always fallen officers throughout the country, unfortunately. And I hope that somebody could see this interview and pass it to another family member or partner who survived an incident, and they could draw some help from your experience, you know. So I don't want to ask you any details you're not comfortable sharing, because that could be re-triggering and traumatic, and that's not what we're here for, right? I think that's why I'm trying to ask a certain way, more for the bigger picture of how you healed after going through something like that, for other people going through it. And I just want you to know that that's why I'm asking you. And I think, you know, we all have some to share, and especially some you went through as well, you know. So
Sí, no, y por lo menos al momento he hablado tanto sobre el tema que por lo menos al momento no te sabría decir si hay algún factor de la situación que me pueda incomodar el hablarlo como tal. Por lo menos de mi situación. Ya cuando me preguntan sobre los compañeros, cómo pasó, qué pasó, pues ya hay, y no por mí, porque yo he hablado con mi familia y con los psicólogos y con compañeros.
yeah.
Pero muchas veces cuando preguntan en público, yo más por respeto a la familia de esos otros compañeros, pues me limito a decir muchas cosas sobre eso.
Yeah, I understand. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. So were you at the fundraiser, right? At the run? Estabas ahí?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because I think I was trying to find you. They're like, oh, he's over there. You know, you're like because I asked, but you know, everybody was so busy and stuff like that. And they pointed to a crowd, and I saw like 100 people, and they're like, oh yeah, he's there somewhere. So sorry we couldn't like meet there, but we're gonna go back next year and keep supporting. So we'll definitely meet and hang out. It'd be good to get to know you in person.
I'm planning
So
on running next year.
nice. Are you able to run now?
Yeah,
With your injury?
well, at least job, but I cannot
Okay.
sprint.
You should have seen me running. It was kind of sad. Don't worry about it. You might beat me, and I don't have that injury. Yeah, so good. I'm glad you're gonna run
Not
next year.
true. Chris did an excellent job. Considerando de todo de lo que se queja de su cuerpo y de lo que se duele, en serio, y él no empezó a entrenar hace tiempo, fue como al último momento que al principio decía que a lo mejor sí, a lo mejor no, como que tenía más miedo en tratar porque quería tratar de salvar su cuerpo, ¿no? Decir, si lo voy a hacer, si lo voy a tentar, a lo mejor me daño más la espalda o lo que sea. Y pues como que el jefe dijo, mira, no es tan difícil como que tú piensas, lo puedes hacer poco a poquito, yo pienso que tú lo puedes hacer. yo pienso que en ese momento le dio la inspiración de, pues, ok, si él dice que sí puedo, entonces sí puedo, pero sí, él no paró para nada. Mucha gente sí paró, tuvieron que, el van, la guagua, tuvo que ir por ellos y llevarlos al fin, pero eso no pasó con Chris. So you
Well,
did excellent.
Llegó.
thank you, thank you. Well, I have a lot of injuries, but I'm full duty, so I gotta be careful. I just, that's why I'm like, oh, I don't want to get injured, so that's why. But I didn't, there's no way I was gonna get in the van, and that's a new word I learned, the word wawa.
El guagua.
Yes. But no,
Okay.
there was a lot of people there, even the people that were stopping there. It was hot and humid, and
Yeah.
there's no way to train for that. There's no way to train for that. So it was really difficult, really, really difficult. So, but yeah. Yeah. This is an honor to have you talk to us. We really appreciate you getting on here, letting us kind of share some of the stuff you went through. Just want to say thanks. It's not the end. I have more questions, but I'm just kind of sitting here and I'm like, oh, this is great. So for me, it's hard for me to ask people to kind of contribute. So this means a lot to us. So I appreciate it. But yeah, I want to go back and I want to do a ride along over there. But I know the chief said that they don't do that, or they're not set up for that. But I've been told that maybe I could just kind of unofficially get in a car and just kind of hang out, quote unquote. So it'd be nice to go on a ride along over there and see what police work is like.
¿Sí lo pueden hacer o no?
Creo que hay que pedir un permiso para eso, pero
Yeah.
no te podría decir ahora mismo dónde se pide.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you were to go on a ride along in Los Angeles, it used to be everything was domestic violence, domestic violence, domestic violence. Now, everything is drugs, drugs, drugs. So people are just out of their mind, and everybody's just walking around like zombies. It's sad. Walking around like zombies, breaking cars, swinging belts at other people, and it's like you can't even. It's not like you could reason with them, and because they're not mentally there, and it's just another type of it's changed a lot in the last few years, the type of people deal with, because they're not necessarily criminals to hurt people. They're just, for whatever reason, they're on drugs and they're everywhere, and we're just getting it. Yeah, we're getting in uses of forces every day with them, and we're expected to to be more sensitive to mental illness, which it's fine, but at the moment of violence, it's kind of hard to do that. And it's a tough place to be for the street cop or the new police officers. It's an interesting change. In your time working 13 years, what changes have you seen in Puerto Rico where you work, as far as the community you work for and the type of policing?
Well,
without getting in trouble, we could be a very
it's the change that I see during the 13 years is something sad to say. Because I used to work at the Criminal Intelligence Division, and we work hand to hand with the Narcotics Division and ATF here too, and you see that most of the persons that we had to intervene or to put under arrest are minors, 16, 17 years, and you know that someone is using them, to do the dirty work, because they know that with the system here in Puerto Rico, you're a minor, you got under arrest, and when you get 18 years, your record is completely clean and sealed, and they know that. That's why they use them for that.
Wow.
But then you have to deal with the family. It's a minor, and sometimes it's not even their parents who are raising them is their grandparents, and it's
Yeah.
even harder that way.
Yeah, 100%. I think where just specifically where I work, all the burglaries where they're breaking into homes a lot, and it's always minors, and they don't, they don't get punished really. And they know that, and sure, maybe there's something wrong with the system there, but the fact that there's so many kids who are willing to like break into homes, it's kind of something else bigger is happening there. You know what I mean? We could complain about how the justice system is failing, but the fact that there's so many kids are doing this in their teens fearlessly, it's a bigger problem, So it's interesting because some of the same things, I guess, that you're experiencing there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's
And
your? Go ahead.
the thing is that some of them they know that they are doing something bad, and sometimes that's just what they need, that little push of getting arrested, and they don't do it anymore. But there are some of them that know that they're doing bad things, but they know that because they are minors, you can't treat them as an adult.
Right.
So they use it like como en contra de uno.
Yes.
And it's even harder to deal with them because they try to make fun of you.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
they know it, you can treat them like an adult.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's interesting to see all the changes, like also online on videos, how the kids are acting. It's almost like they don't. I don't know. They didn't get full like guidance from parents on how to act, right? So something there is bigger than just ground level police work for sure. And yeah, it's interesting. So what are your goals in not just like maybe in the career of policing, but in life?
Well,
It's a big
right
question.
now,
I know that's a big
yeah,
question. Sorry.
right now, well, to see my kids grow full and get a complete education and
Nice.
pass as much time as I can with them. After my situation, I really start to enjoy family time together. I'm trying to be more time with the family. That's
That's a big enough goal. That's a huge. That's not everybody does that. Let me ask you something about that too, because a lot of, maybe not as much these days, but historically, a lot of police officers just committed so much time to policing that they, they didn't do certain things with the kids growing up. I have a friend of mine who, he's a police officer more time than us, and he said that he was so busy being a cop that he never like taught his son how to shave, all the little things like that, or played catch with his son. And then he had some health problems, and then he started looking at life differently, and he committed to that. So at least this gentleman caught it, and that's amazing. So with that same, I think that happens to a lot of police officers.
yeah.
But with you, after your incident, did that spark anything? Did you already have that before and it just made it stronger, or did it really awaken you to this, to spending, just literally spending time with family as your goals and stuff like that?
No, I can have it before, but
Okay.
after what happened, I really tried to get a stronger bond.
Yeah.
Not only with my daughters and my son or my wife, with all my family, my brothers, my sister, my mom, my pop. I try to enjoy and pass as much time as I can with all of them.
That's a strong message. It's a strong message for sure. That gives me a lot of questions to ask, but yeah, that's good. It's good. Claudia, do you have any questions here before I kind of slowly wrap up a little bit?
So, ¿cuál es algo que te inspira más ahorita en tu carrera y en tu vida familiar? En los días más pesados que tienes o los días más largos que tienes, que dices, yo pienso que todos hemos pasado por esa etapa o esos días o esa hora que dice uno, ya no quiero más. ¿Qué ha sido tu inspiración o qué ha sido lo que te ha ayudado en momentos así fuertes?
El querer volver a casa. El saber que hubo un día en el que pudo haber pasado que no regresara, para mí el querer volver a casa. Y días largos, como pasamos en estos días, que estuvieron las fiestas de la calle San Sebastián, yo las trabajé los 4 días en la calle, desde por la mañana hasta las 10, 11 de la noche. Y el querer volver a casa, porque esa debe ser nuestra meta todos los días.
Yeah.
El regresar a casa.
100%. 100%. Tell me about the plaque behind you.
Esa placa me la dieron cuando hicieron los reconocimientos de los valores del año. Por la situación. Sí. No es la única, es que me estoy mudando y la casa es nueva, hay unas cuantas más, pero ahora he podido poner todas. Esta es de el coronel del área, tengo una del cuartel de Isla Verde, tengo una de una asociación de veteranos que me hicieron también. Pero esa es la del área de Carolina como tal, en reconocimiento por la valentía y el honor de lo que pasó en la situación. Adicional a que me dieron la policía como tal, la medalla al valor de plata también por la situación. No es la forma en que hubiera querido ganármela, pero
sí.
También me dieron esa medalla.
Yeah. Well, just judging from your passion to run next year and your passion to go back to what you were doing and your commitment to family, you seem like a big, strong human being. I'm sorry I didn't get to meet you in Puerto Rico, but we will. I'm sure we'll be connected more and we'll get to meet. You seem like a great human. That's what I like to say. You seem like a really good person. So with that, I did want, we usually like to do is, I didn't prepare you for this as usual, maybe I should, but I would like you to maybe dedicate this interview, this podcast, this discussion to a fallen officer, if it's, anybody you want to bring up or more than one.
Bueno, a los 3 compañeros que perdieron la vida el 11 de enero del 2021 son el policía Salamán, policía Hernández y el agente Marrero. En adición, me gustaría añadir también al que yo considero que fue mi papá dentro de la policía, que es el teniente Juan Baez, que falleció hace unos meses por unas complicaciones en una operación quirúrgica. Él también fue recipiente de la medalla al valor por esa misma situación. Él fue uno de los que recibió también medalla por esa misma situación. Y básicamente, pues, a ellos, que me gustaría dedicarle el espacio a ellos.
Gracias por su tiempo y por compartir your story para ojalá ayudar a otros policias around the country, around the world, to learn from what you went through. So thank you for being open and vulnerable, and for sharing that with us.
Thank you. It was an honor for me.